Well, I'm not sure he's enjoying it too much, is he? But still, at the front, it was the two Porsche GT1s, 25, and that close behind, on the same lap, car number 26. Stuck, Wallach and Boutsen, chased by Daumas, Kelleners and Collard. In third place, there, the tricky Indianapolis corner, Alboreto Johansson and young Tom Christensen, the 29-year-old Dane in his first Le Mans. Really put in a great effort during the night. Then in fourth place, this car, the number 41, Gunon, Raffanel and Olafsson car. There is Anders Olafsson waiting to get in the car, leading GT2 after the Vipers having problems. Swiss prepared car, Michel Neugarten, the German, the best known of those drivers. There, the positions after 15 hours, the Porsches and then the McLaren BMWs. And the TWR Porsche just dropped a little bit off the pace, as you see there, running 2 laps behind. And there is a factory Porsche. That is the Stuck Wallach Boutsen car. Bob Wallach was at the wheel, and that car has stopped. And it's behind the Armco. I think that's at Arnage. And so, the number 25 car now unchallenged at the front. Well, I say unchallenged, but there the Jost Porsche just trying to unlap itself, and indeed it does. And so the number 7 car really on the charge now. And Michele Alboreto doing a fantastic job. And that's Arnage. I'm just trying to see any sign of that other Porsche. Well, our camera car hitting problems, Ferté Trevenan and Von Gartzen. And word coming through that Bob Wallach, oh, flames coming out there. Bob Wallach, in fact, hitting the Armco in the Porsche and damaging it too much. It may apparently have been a broken drive shaft just before the accident, which may have thrown him off. Brilliant Bob Wallach. Well, he'll be so sad. It looks as if the race was going to be theirs. The number 39 McLaren coming in, and that's a penalty. And that looks as if it's speeding in the pit road. That's what that sin bin's for. And quite a long stop. It might be the second time they've done that, actually, and if so, they'll have to wait there 4 minutes, a complete lap. Trevenan walking in, and a bit of a spin there from the McLaren. Now, tiredness beginning to show. And the 42 car, after those early problems, moving right up the field, right back well inside the top 10. And here the car, see what happened with the back end stepping out, just too much power. They've got 600 plus horsepower. And the flames come out, and it looks as if it's charging the wall. JJ Leto at the wheel, and bang, and going in hard. Well, surely that's done a lot of damage to the front. Those sorts of incidents usually split oil coolers, radiators. It's limping back to the pits. And the 78 car, what? The wheel flies off, and that car was leading GT2. That's the Elf Habertha team car, and Neugarten, Martinol and Langnier. Well, that looks as if it's curtains for that machine. Maybe might be able to limp it back. Well, they'd had a few problems with a jammed wheel earlier in the race, in the pit stops, and maybe the thread is damaged. Comes into the corner. I think maybe the wheel's already loose, and then it flies off, and well, literally 3 wheels on my wagon, and a bit of damage there to the wheel arch, and we see it yet again. And the wheel contained within the safety aspects of the circuit. So this is the leading car, and you can really see the travel stains down it now. This must be the new leader of GT2, Andre Al, Bruno Eichmann and Andy Pilgrim, originally from Nottingham but now with American citizenship, and he's a quick peddler. It's a Rook Racing entry, and Rook came to Le Mans last year, that team, and won GT2. Third place in that category, Beretta, Gash and Dupuis. They've had some problems, but now the 61 car seems to be going very quickly. Remember, you saw it in the pits. Mainly electrical problems, I think. And that Porsche not only is limped into the pits, but goes out again. Well, here is the Ferrari, and that's Max Papis. They call him Mad Max Papis, Italian driver, briefly in Formula One, now racing out in the States. And he's in the Momo Porsche, and Stefan Johansson is it Stefan ready to climb aboard? Yes, it is. So Alboreto climbs out, and that car has been making up time on the lead number 25 machine and giving good chase, I believe. German efficiency. There you see it flashing. The rattle guns go. This car running on Goodyear tyres as it did last year. It's the same car which won last year, different drivers, but the same car. Remember last year driven by David Jones, Manuel Reuter and Alex Wurz, who has now moved briefly into Formula One with Benetton. And the 33 car, let's go, a lot of water coming out of the back of the Schubel entry. Well, it's been doing that for quite a long time, so maybe it can still run, but it's certainly worrying under great flames spurting out of the back of the car. That car in the top 10. Johansson knows he has a big job on his hands, and some British enthusiasts there obviously love their face painting. Proud of the Union Jack. And another pit stop. And the car needs a new nose, but that will lose a little bit of time, so a bit of respite for the GT1 car. Team run by Reinhold Jost, 61-year-old team boss, who used to race very regularly here. The car carrying number 7. Last year it was lucky number 7 on the car. Back in the 80s when the Jost team run back-to-back their car, it ran number 7. Well, this McLaren has been running very well. The 41, the Gunon, Rafael and Olafsson car has been running well all through the race. And another excursion by the sole surviving Nissan 23 car, and a routine stop for 26. So, climbing aboard Collard, and you notice the padding is just a bit shorter in the leg than Kellener's. Meanwhile, this is the car which gives good chase. Remember, it's a car which led early in the race. Oh, and that's a turbo problem. The car which was leading, GT2, has popped a turbo. Well, amazingly, they can change those things in about 7 or 8 minutes. And we have a spinner. I think that's the La Filière Courage again. And it's Pescarolo at the wheel. And the old veteran makes a second mistake, and that's very rare for him. And, oh, this is the, well, crabbing badly. Has it lost a wheel? Or broken rear suspension, I think, on the 27 car. And this is the Labra competition, another of the GT2 Porsches. And in the late stage of the race, people are hitting problems. But let's just check out the current positions. That's 3/4 of the way through. Porsche, the GT car, then the Jost 1 lap behind, and then 3 McLarens, and then the best of the privateer Porsches, the 33 car. That's the one with the water coming out, incidentally. Well, the 78 car is going fine now, and I think it's even back in the lead of GT2. GT2 for the less powerful cars. They run on narrower tyres, less horsepower, closer to the standard car you can buy in the showroom, basically. But 75 looks as if it might be history. They've been running well. It's Bourdais, Kitchak and Rosande from Brazil. Incidentally, quite a lot of others dropped by the wayside. The Lotus Juan Paynos actually got inside the top 10, the Wallace Weaver Leitzinger car, but that has now also retired. So hope to see that American machine back next year. There's Yannick Dalmas looking for his 4th victory. Was second last year, and